In the south of France, her restaurant had no equal.
Last night, we served this. In this restaurant, the cuisine is not an old, tired marriage. It is a passionate affair.
Until one family...
Papa, slow down. Stop! Push!
...stirred things up.
I want to buy this restaurant.
Bonjour. This is private property.
Excuse me, do you own this property?
No, no, no.
Oh, that means you are trespassing too.
Anytime you're ready.
Sorry, Andrew, you look lovely. No, you're
Thank
very
you.
trendy.
Thank you.
No socks, good look.
Thank you.
Yes.
No socks as well.
No socks, yes.
All right, take me inside the Helen Mirren household. What's going on there cooking-wise? What's your signature dish?
My husband has a signature dish, which is spaghetti with tomato and basil and garlic. And he does that very well. My husband cooks spaghetti really well. He knows how to cook spaghetti al dente.
Oh.
And I always lose confidence and take it out too late. I like to cook for too long or too early. But he gets it exactly right every time.
And what do you cook?
I cook roast chicken on my Rompapure Showtime grill. And it's perfect every time.
On the Showtime grill?
My Showtime grill. It's brilliant. It's the most brilliant thing. And I look like I know how to cook with my Showtime grill.
When you go out to restaurants, are you more of like a food snob, or can you eat anything, or do you need to go to like the French Laundries of the world?
What's the French Laundry?
It's this really fancy restaurant.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You see. I guess the answer is, I love to go to a fancy restaurant about once every 5 years and really make a whole thing of it and get dressed up and make my hair look nice and just, make it a whole thing. But otherwise, I like very, very basic food from little holes in the wall and takeaway food,
The restaurant is her entire life, ever since her husband died.
I can clean my own wall.
The outer wall is not your wall. I know, because I had a clever plan to have it built very high, so nobody could see your restaurant.
Madame Mallory knows in just one mouthful if a chef has the potential to be great.
Madam, I would like to make you an omelette.
On my network, we have a show. Gordon Ramsay has a show called Hell's Kitchen.
Yes, I know it well.
How would you think you would do in Hell's Kitchen?
Well, as one of the chefs?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm totally hopeless because I'd be hopeless. I'd be so shouted at and I'd cry and I'd walk out.
You wouldn't give him lip back?
No, I wouldn't. I'd cry and walk out and say, I can't do this. And I never wanted to do it in the first place.
But you're a dame.
But I love Gordon Ramsay. I think he's great. And I think that he's got, for all that shouting, he's got such an incredibly warm heart. And I love that show. I watch it a great deal. And he's actually incredibly supportive of people. And he's really normally right.
Yeah,
he's
pretty
very often right.
Yeah.
So sometimes he articulates it in a particularly brutal way. And actually one of the best meals I've ever had was one of my posh meals, was at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant in England. It was one of his first restaurants and it was spectacular. It was so good.
My last question was going to be, is there a meal in your life, a memorable meal that you can recall in your life that sticks out?
Yes, I absolutely remember a meal I had in Thailand, but it wasn't Thai food, it was Chinese food. And I'd hardly ever had Chinese food. It was a long time ago. And I'd never been to Thailand before. And I was taken out for this dinner and it was a huge table and all of these dishes kept coming around. It was so unbelievably good. It was, again, I think very often it's the first time you taste something that you remember it. I remember the first time so well that I had tinned ham. Because I'd never had tinned ham before, and I thought it was the most magically wonderful thing I'd ever tasted. And never was as good again. I don't know why. Maybe, but anyway, tinned ham.
Tinned ham.
Who knew?
Showtime Grill.
Yeah, Showtime Grill. Thank you.
Always always up there like a queen or something.
You flatter me.
You seduce his mind with your tasteless sauces.
That is called subtlety of flavor, and that is what he will learn in my kitchen.
Is he as good as I think he is?
He's better.
I added some spices.
Why change a recipe that is 200 years old?
Maybe 200 years is long enough.
We are ready, we are young, we have nothing to fear.